Mutual funds are one of the best way to invest into the Indian equity market. Mutual funds are best way to create wealth in the long term. But within mutual fund, there are many schemes, there are many categories. That's the reason many investors are confused and don't know where to invest, when to invest and how to invest. That's the reason many investors, they are not able to build a right portfolio. Hello friends, this is Vijay and welcome back to my channel. Friends, in this video, I would like to clear your all the mutual fund queries, as well as I am going to discuss about best 3 mutual funds for 2025. Friends, you can stay till the end because you will be learning a lot in this video. Let's get started. Friends, before we start the video, I would like to inform you that many new investors, they always keep on changing the funds in 2024, in 2025. Friends, there is no best fund for 2025. There is no worst fund. All the mutual funds are good. But here, before investing into any mutual fund scheme, you need to know your risk appetite. What do you mean by risk appetite? Risk appetite means what is your financial goal? How much risk you want to take? How long you want to invest? How much you want to invest? Once you're clear with this, after that, you need to invest based on your financial goal. Goals can be classified into 3 categories: long term goal, medium term goal, and short term goal. Long term goals can be child marriage, child education, retirement, and many more. Here, time horizon can be 10 years and 15 years. Second one is medium term goal. Here, time horizon can be 3 to 5 years. Short term goals, here time horizon can be 1 year to 3 years. Friends, for long term goal, you can invest into mid and small cap category mutual funds. Mid and small cap category mutual funds, in the short term, they may give negative return. But if we invest for next 10 years or 15 years, they are going to create a huge wealth in the long term. They can generate a multi-bagger return. For medium term goal, what you can do is you can invest into large cap category mutual funds. Large cap category mutual funds, they are less volatile in the nature, as well as they are going to give stable return. That's the reason for medium term goal, you can invest into large cap category mutual fund. For short term goal, you can invest into balanced advantage mutual fund. Balanced advantage mutual fund, so they are going to give stable return because 70% of money will be invested into equity market, some 30% of money will be invested into debt market. During the bull run, they will increase more allocation into the debt market. During the correction time, they will reduce allocation into the debt market. They will increase more allocation into the equity market. That's the reason they are going to give stable return. That's the reason for short-term goal, you can invest into balanced advantage fund. Friends, now I would like to discuss about 3 best mutual fund for 2025. I am going to discuss one mid-cap category mutual fund, one large cap fund, and one balanced advantage fund. Friends, you can stay till the end because you will be learning a lot in this video. Let's get started. HDFC Midcap Opportunities Fund, which was launched in 2007. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 60,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.20%. If you look at the NAV, which is 190. If you look at the asset allocation, 92% of allocation into equity market, 8% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 12% of allocation into large cap, 65% of allocation into mid cap, 15% of allocation into small cap. Fund has got good diversification across the market capitalization. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 20% of allocation into finance, 15% of allocation into consumer discretionary, 12% of allocation into healthcare, 10% of allocation into materials, 8% of allocation into information technology. If you look at the top 10 holdings, Indian Hotel, Tata Communication, Apollo Tyre, Max Financial Services, Max Healthcare Institute Limited, Federal Bank, Indian Bank, IFCA Lab, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, and Coopers Limited. If you look at the fund manager, Chirag Shettlewada is the fund manager. He has got good amount of experience in the industry. If you look at the return since inception, the fund has generated 20% of return, which is very good. 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 20 lakh, market value will become 1 crore 40 lakh rupees. ICICI Prudential Blue Chip Fund, which was launched in 2008. It's been 15 years now. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 64,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.40%. If you look at the NAV, net asset value, which is 115. If you look at the asset allocation, 95% of allocation into equity market, 5% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 75% of allocation into large cap, 15% of allocation into mid cap, 5% of allocation into small cap. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 17% of allocation into banks, 10% of allocation into IT and software, 9% of allocation into petroleum product, 7% of allocation into automobile, and 6% of allocation into finance. If you look at the top 10 holdings, ICICI Bank, Reliance Industry, Larsen and Torbo, HDFC Bank, Infosys, Axis Bank, Maruti Suzuki, Bharti Airtel, Ultratech Cement, and ITC. If you look at the fund manager, Anish T is the fund manager. He has got 26 years of experience in the industry. Since 2018, he has been managing the fund. If you look at the return, since inception, the fund has generated 15% of return, 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 18 lakh, market value will become 62 lakh. Nippon India Balanced Advantage Fund, which was launched in 2004. It's been 20 years now. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 9,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.60%. If you look at the NAV, net asset value, which is 172. If you look at the asset allocation, 65% of allocation into equity market, 35% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 45% of allocation into large cap, 10% of allocation into mid cap, again 10% of allocation into small cap. Fund has got good diversification across the market capitalization. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 20% of allocation into finance, 15% of allocation into technology, 10% of allocation into consumer staple, 8% of allocation into energy, 7% of allocation into automobile. If you look at the top 10 holdings, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Infosys, Bharti Airtel, NTPC, ITC, Reliance Industry, Axis Bank, L&T, and State Bank of India. If you look at the fund manager, Mr. Sushil Budhia is the fund manager. He has got good amount of experience in the industry. If you look at the return since inception, the fund has generated 15% of return, which is very good. 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 24 lakh, market value will become 1 crore 50 lakh rupees. This is how this fund has created huge wealth for many investors. Friends, in this video, we have discussed about how to build a right portfolio based on your goal, based on your risk appetite, as well as we have discussed about 3 best mutual fund for 2025. Friends, I hope you find this video useful. If you like this video, please to subscribe, please to share it with your community. If you require any help with regards to the mutual fund investment, you can get in touch with me. Thank you so much.